VACAY-J beats.
Cold blood, cold queens. Cold queens, cold queens, cold queens, cold queens. Yeah. 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 Southside Queens. The shadows getting taller now. Blood on the kitchen tile. Nobody left to call on now. The screen went black, but the echo of the blast remains. You can wash away the footprints, but you can't dilute the stains. Kanan standing in the kitchen with a smoking chrome, looking at the woman who built the house but destroyed the home. Is it blood in, blood out, or is it family ties? You can see the monster growing when you look into his eyes. Killers ain't born, man, they raised in the dark. Southside corner where they swallow the spark. The crown is heavy and the throne is on fire. Buried in the dirt by your own desire. Season 5, the final curtain, the reckoning is here. Ain't no room for love when you're dealing in fear. Yeah, VACAY-JTV. We watch the kingdom fall.
Live, we are live, we are live, we are live. What's good? What's going on, fam? What's going on, fam? It's your man VACAY-J back with another live event, family. What's good? What's good? What's good? We back, fam. Yeah, Raising Kanan, man. Raising Kanan, episode 2. First reactions, fam. You know what it is, man. You know what it is. Man, I should have called this the bailout plan. You know what I'm saying? Because we see what's going on with this cat right here. Of course, you already know we're going to get into it. You know what to do. Hit the like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're here for the very first time. And share this out. You know what to do, fam. Let's get into it.
From the block to the booth, the vision's revealed. We're unstoppable now, and the truth gon' reign. This is legacy in motion. Remember the name. This is VACAY-JTV, the next level of exclusives. You know what I'm saying? Salute, 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 salute.
All right, fam. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. We are live. We are live. You know what we do first. We rate the show. This is first reaction, fam. You know what I'm saying? First reaction. Oh, before I get to it. Congratulations to the New York Knicks. Okay. Now let's get into it, fam. You know what it is. I see y'all in the chat. I see y'all coming through in the chat. What's up? What's up? What's going on? What's going on? I see you. I see you. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Let me know I'm good. And let me know your rating. All right. Let me know your rating. 1 for fire, 2 for good, 3 for mad, 4 for not feeling it, fam. And you already know I'm gonna give you my rating at the very, very end. I see you. Karima's in the building. I see you said you can't stay look too long. You got to work in the morning. Okay, I appreciate you coming through. What's going on, Renee? Hey. How you doing? Appreciate you coming through. You give it a 2. Okay, you give it a 2 for good. Okay. Good stuff. Yeah, man, I want to talk about a couple of things, couple of highlights. And you already know, I'm going to give you my rating at the very end. And yeah, man, this was a very interesting episode, right? Very interesting episode. I was very intrigued by some of the things that were kind of like brought into this, right? Because this is a whole different pace of type of episode, right? And we're looking at Unique because that's who we kind of start off with, right? We starting off with Unique paying a visit to the beautiful Panessa. She was looking good in this episode. I don't know. They did a little something with her makeup. I think they made her look good. Because she was doing better. She was feeling better. They was in a different place, right? you know, she was just looking real scrumptious. You know what I mean? I mean, yo, unique. I'm just saying, bro. Like, she looking at you like, bro, you need to be here. You don't need the game. And I'm like, yes, you're right, Panessa. You right. If I was unique, I'd be like, you right, baby, because you looking extra good. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But he's like, nah, the game needs me, and I'm all about the game, and that's all that I know. And she is so encouraging, man. I like Panessa, man. I like Panessa, man, because she was so encouraging to him. Like, you could be anything you want. You from Southside Jamaica, Queens. You could be a doctor, a lawyer. You could be whatever. And Nick is like, nah, I'm going to be whatever I'm going to be because, you know, this is all that I know. And I'm like, bruh, like, she's trying to tell you something, but you ain't getting the message. And I think that's the reason why, you know, we saw at the very end, which we'll get to, and I'll have a discussion with that. That boy did not want anything to do, nothing to do with Unique at all. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to do with the boy at all. Okay. But every time, and I don't know if y'all noticed this, because I noticed this every single time. Every time we get all sentimental and a little bit of mushy, there's one or two things that's going to happen to the character, especially this guy right here. Like, once I started seeing, you know, Phil Russo, and then we start seeing his wife, and because this is the same setup, I'm starting to see the pattern in Sasha Penn's writing. If he wrote this one right here, I'm starting to see the patterns. They're becoming very predictable to me. You know what I mean? Like, once we start seeing a wife, once we start seeing these discussions, once it's like, yeah, you know, we're going to do this and we're going to do this later. We're going to do this later. I'm like, you about to be out of here. I immediately was like, Phil Russo, you out of here, bro. You know what I mean? Because, like, once you start talking like that, and, you know, he was like telling his wife, you can get the F out of here and all of this and that and blah, 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 blah. I was like, I knew he was going to be out of here, man. There was like no question without a shadow of a doubt. Phil Russo was about to be a pack for real. You know what I'm saying? He was talking all crazy to his wife. His wife was like, and he's like, come here, baby. I was out of line. I was talking out of line. You know, we going to get this. We going to get ice cream. We going to get this, that. We going to get the fish. We going to get the fish. Like, soon as I saw this, I was like, you a pack, Phil. You are done. It's over for you. You know what I'm saying? And then anytime you around this dude right here, this guy, oh my God, you know you out of here. Because when you mess with this, I could tell off top as soon as he got in the car with dude, and Phil was like, yo, why are we going to the meeting? You know what I'm saying? What they need to see me for. Once I saw that, and he was like, yeah, you know, they just need to know that you a good leader, and that, you know, you've been up in his house with your wife and all this and that. And we don't know that you a good leader. Once he starts saying crap like that and just filling his head up, or just saying, yeah, they need to know that you a good leader. He's like, they know who the heck is running this. I was like, this Phil Russo is a pack. It was very predictable. And that's something that I just don't like. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like obvious predictability. And that's exactly what this was. And it was, I don't know, I'm not going to call it lazy writing. It's not lazy writing. It was just predictable writing. You know what I mean? It was very like, so let's get to that. Where's it at, man? You got to wrap this guy up, man. You know what? Here it is. Like, the man, here it is. The man, what's his name? Mickey, Mackie, whatever his name is. As soon as he looked in the rearview mirror when he was like, yeah, I want to go get some coffee and get something to eat, you know, because I've been tired of watching and standing guard. I was like, Phil, you don't see how obvious this is? It was very predictable, man. When these cats came out and I was like, bye, Phil. Like, it was very predictable, man. And I don't know. Was I satisfied? No, I was not satisfied at this at all. It was just like, okay, very obvious. Meh. You know, meh. This was meh. Like, meh. I kind of knew. I mean, he said he was going to take care of it, right? He said he was going to take care of it. Okay. So let's move on. Let's move on. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. So let's move on, man. This Kanan is like, yeah, I'm gonna talk to the peoples, I'm gonna talk the breeze, and once I get this answer to my question, he was telling us fellas, once I get the answer to the questions, then we gonna make moves, right? Soon as he does that, yeah, we gonna make moves. Who comes in the door? The police come and stick up Kanan and his crew. Was it obvious? Was it predictable? Nah, this wasn't predictable. I can't say it was predictable because I was not predicting or expecting the police to come and stick up Kanan. I wasn't expecting that at all. You know what I mean? But they stuck him and his crew up, but they took him to Rock's old spot. And I was just like, okay, why they take him here? And Kanan's like, yeah, I know why you got me here. Your mom's got me. My mom's was setting me up with you guys, and you guys about to take me out like you took out Sean. And he was like, what? Like you took out, Famous. And the dudes was like, we don't know no Famous. What are you talking about? I was like, but this was like the clue. This was going in the direction where Kanan is kind of, maybe if he's like really thinking about it, kind of figure out that it wasn't his mom that did this to Sean, aka Famous, because these guys had no clue of what his claims were. You know what I'm saying? No clue to what this guy's claims were. Kanan was just making crazy claims. He's like, yeah, we're here to scare you straight. You need to be in school. But they know him. So because he said, yeah, Kanan, you need to go back to school, he already was like, oh, yeah, my mom set me up. You guys have been set up. He's so young. He's making super assumptions. Kanan get on my nerves, man. He get on my nerves. But they leave the spot, and it's just like, okay. What was the point of that? I think the point of that was to show that it wasn't her, and he's finding that out, right? Okay, let's talk about this real quick. Yeah, some of y'all that follow, y'all seen the clip already that Stefano cut off Rock, and she's like, you're not the only game in town. Yeah, if I find you, I'm gonna have so many Sicilians on you, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So she's cut off. We seen that. We kind of know that. Was it expected? I guess so, because he's like, yo, I had to deal with Sal because of you. You the one that brought him over here. This is your fault. So now I gotta cut you off. But Sal is like cutting everybody off, man. Cutting everybody off. So was this expected? I'm not gonna say it was expected. Was this predictable? No, I wasn't predicting that he would do this, but I knew he was going in that direction, especially after, Phil Russo. Yeah, it was just too much trouble for him. He was like, yo, I never had to lift a finger, but then you come along, but he's placing the blame, total blame on Rock. So, because of that, I gotta cut you off. And if I see you in Queens, we gonna split it out of that. Because we already took care of Phil Russo. We don't gotta worry about that no more. So, yeah. Stefano, he's on a rampage. He's just on some like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done with all of you eggplants. I'm done with all of you guys, right? So Rock and Marv, they're trying to figure out the work. Y'all saw that. We saw a couple clips, man. They've been dropping mad clips. And to be honest with you, I'm not even messing with these like sneak peeks, because these sneak peeks that they dropping be spoilers. They be spoiling stuff like too early for me. We got work. No, we gonna go to Manhattan. I'm like, that's too much information that y'all divulging in these sneak peeks. I don't know if it's leaks, like intentional leaks or what. You guys let me know. But she want to go to Manhattan. She gonna mess with Pino. She got to find Pino. She got to go through a stripper to find Pino, and then Pino links her with Flossy Seagull or whatever. The girl, she had a plan, and she made up a plan with Flossy Seagull. This episode was kind of like all over the place, just so Rock can get things going, because she's like, I gotta get us paid. So what you gonna do? All right, let me see. I know y'all got mad. Okay, I see. Okay, I see you. Let me look at the chat here. Man, I'm super. Back me up. I'm like super big over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm super big. What's going on? I'm super big over here, eh? You got me, Biggs. What's up, Biggs? Okay, let me see here. Let me go to the chat. Let me see what y'all talking about. Creamer said, glad that CT injury made Neek make the right decision. You think that's what it was? Okay. What up, DeMarcus? I see you. Said it was a solid 2. All right, Team Panessa. You know what, man? I might be on board with you, man, after this episode because, like I said earlier, she was looking good and she was making sense. You know what I mean? So, you know, Karima says Russo right-hand man is some trash. Yeah, he set him up. Oh, yeah. But I kind of saw that coming. Like, again, to me, that was kind of predictable. And it was kind of like, it wasn't really satisfying because it was kind of predictable. And it was kind of obvious as soon as he got in the car. It was like, Carmine, super sucker. Carmine was Phil Russo's bodyguard, yeah. Officer Buckley and Roland, yeah. That's what it is. What's up, Shade in the City? What's up, baby girl? How you doing? All right, Treese, what's good? All right. Shout out to my man, DeMarcus Vaughn. Happy Juneteenth. Okay. Thank you, my guy. For that. Salute to you. And then he gives me another super chat. He says, B. Rilla was eliminated at the same spot where Officer Buckley and Roland took Kanan. Yeah. I mean, that was all Rock's, mini mall or whatever, what you want to call it, right? No, Jennifer introduced Rock to Flossy Seagull. Yeah, I know. I know. I said the stripper chick. You know what I'm saying? The stripper chick, this, that, and the third. She was talking to her in the strip club. Yeah. I'm kind of rushing through it because these are like, all these like connections and like, okay, she went to the club. She paid her money to talk to her. Like, it was dragging to me. Like, let's get to the point. Like, why are we cutting scenes? To me, it was like, all right, talk to her, get the information, talk to Pino, make a deal with Pino. She has an idea, and then we'll get the Flossy Seagull. It was kind of dragging to me that Rock was making these moves. I don't know why they was dragging it out so much. I was like, let's just make the move already. You know what I'm saying? I don't think I was rushing it. I just think that this episode was dragging a little bit. Do y'all agree? Do you agree that it was dragging a little bit? I don't know. All right. Yeah, this was definitely a unique episode. It was a very unique episode, right? Let me go here. This dude is crazy. This dude Garcia is a maniac, bro. Like, he really went up to Aisha's house to talk to her moms and pops, and then kind of ratted a little bit on Juke's family, but not particularly Juke. I guess this is his version of being a bad cop, because he was like, yeah, I'm being a nice cop. Now I'm going to be a mean cop to you, Juke, because you ain't giving me no information. Now you just being an ass, yo. I do not like it. I ain't like Phil Russo before, but just like Juke said, like, you all the same to me. Good, bad, and the same. Y'all just the worst, you know? This was a little touching to me right here. Your boy, Unique's about to leave. And because, his son don't want to talk to him, and Panessa's like, yeah, he has feelings that he can't really articulate or whatever the case is. And then, his son runs out of the house. Unique is about to leave. He's like, yeah, I'm going to be back and all this and that. He runs out of the house, and then he runs into Unique's arms and gives him a hug. And of course, Panessa's like, I'm like, okay, this supposed to make me cry or something? Like, what was this supposed to do? No. Let me not be mean. Let me not be mean. Okay, it was a touching moment, and Unique is like, Jerome, you don't know how much I needed this hug, son. I was like, this is like one of the most sentimental episodes. It's one of the most, because we seen a lot of sentiments. Phil Russo and his wife, Now, Panessa and Unique in the sun. It's a lot of real soft, and there's nothing wrong with soft. There's nothing wrong with soft. But a lot of, dramatic, I'll say, dramatic scenes here. And I'm like, okay, where is this going? That's what I was asking myself. Where are we going with this? Like, why are we showing all of these sentimental parts? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's trying to touch on my heartstrings and trying to make me cry. You're not making me cry. I'm not getting like all teary-eyed over this. I'm really not. I mean, Panessa may be like, my baby, he don't know how to express himself, but he knows how to give a hug. I don't know. Am I being mean? I don't want to be mean. I don't want to be mean. I'm just saying, it's just what you want me to say. What you want me to do with all of these emotions. But nah. It was like, okay. We seeing that your boy is he definitely soft with his family. He'll do anything for his family, right? Anything for his family. Now, let's go here. Let's go here. So, okay. So, your man Breeze goes and have a meeting, and he got Taz. He's talking to Taz, and he's having a meeting with Kanan, Snap's pops, and they're in the hospital, so they're going to meet up with your man Stefano, Mr. Skinzillian. And Taz is on some like, yo, should I be in this meeting? He's like, nah, you got other business to handle. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to handle this. Breeze talk. Yeah, I'm going to handle this. You know what I'm saying? You got some other business in. But this dude right here, he the worst. We already know he feel like he being passed over. We already know he jealous. We already know he jealous of Kanan. He feel like he's supposed to be in this spot instead of Kanan. And for him to go back, because I'm not rushing through it, I'm just getting through it because it wasn't a lot in this episode, right? It wasn't a lot of meat and texture to this episode, right? But he goes back and he tells Unique, yo, they had a meeting. And, sorry, fam. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. Hit the like button, go watch it, come back, because this is full spoilers. First reaction, full spoilers, okay? I don't want to spoil it for you. Hit the like button, go watch it, come back. Okay. Now, with that being said, anybody that watched it, stick around. Hit the like button. All right? Him going back and being a B and telling Unique, yo, they had a meeting without you. Yeah, I thought he said, I just asked him, shouldn't you be there, because they had a meeting without you. That was some real bitch shit right there. That was real, I was like, I'm disgusted with this dude. This dude disgusts me. And I know he disgusts Breeze too. And that's why I think that, when they was about to run up in the spot, I thought they was going to get Taz. But they was going to get Unique, right? If you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. And we'll get to it. We'll talk about that when I get to that. But I thought they was going to get this dude right here. But I don't think they need to sneak up in his house to go get him. He just need to come to whatever and be like, yo, let's go out back, man. I got some product that I want to show you. And then blow, just blast him. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard to get Taz, I'm sure. But the fact that he did that and he all jealous of Breeze meeting up with Kanan and, he go back and be on some like, yeah, Unique, they had a meeting. Did you know about it? That's some real bitch shit to me, man. I was like, I think I was like, ugh. Like, I got a bad taste in my mouth after that. You know what I mean? But here we go. What's this? Oh, yeah. So, Marv, Juke, they sitting down. She's like, yeah, so you find out anything about, Lou and all of this shenanigans? And he's like, yo, I just want to eat. It's like, what you want me to tell you? Because I'll tell you. Because I don't, because she's like, Unique is still out there, da-da-da. So she kind of like pressing him or whatever. And I was like, okay, thanks. Thanks for that. I don't really understand the meaning of that kind of conversation. I mean, it was just a concern, I guess, she was having of whether or not he was staying on top of things as far as finding who took out Lou, and she automatically assumes the same thing, that it was Unique, right? Because everybody just going after Unique, right? Unique was kind of like the centerpiece of this thing. But anyway, let's get back to this meeting here. So your man Stefano, aka Mr. Skinzilly Head, is telling Snap, Crackle, and Pop with Kanan that he don't want to be down with nothing no more. Like, he's like, look, I want my peace, but I don't want anything to do with you freaking eggplant mother freakers. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's like, I'm done with all of y'all. I got stabbed by my own people. What they got to do with them? Stefano, he's just done. He's just like, I don't want to deal with you guys. I don't want to deal with you blacks. That's basically what he was saying. I'm done with you guys. You guys are nothing but trouble. Remember what he said to Rock? He's like, I ain't have to lift a finger. I didn't break a fingernail. And then you come along with all these other guys, and now I got to deal with yous. Yous guys. That's how he talks. Yous guys. Right? But, you know, your man wanted to introduce Breeze. And then Stefano was trying to be funny. Shouldn't you go with hurricane or tornado or corny stuff? It was super corny. Shouldn't you go with tornado or, you know, pathological or whatever he was saying? I was like, why are we writing this? Why are you wasting my time with, okay, because he's like, this takes us back to his conversation with Unique. Is this supposed to be parallel to his conversation with Unique when he was like, yeah, ubiquitous. You guys like this, you know, put names is not your real name. So it's supposed to be a callback to that. Stop wasting my time, yo. I was kind of like, I felt like it was, and I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just giving you my honest first reaction here, fam, because I just watched it. And it was like, why are y'all wasting lines on what Breeze should call himself? Or is this to give us some type of, well, Breeze automatically had a problem with Stefano because Stefano was trying to be funny and Breeze didn't take it as being funny, and Breeze was like, yo, I'm Breeze because I go in, I go out, I cool off the situation, I handle my business, and I'm good. Right? So he ain't really like that Stefano was kind of like playing around. So maybe that was the whole point of these lines, because I just thought, again, this is just coming to my mind right now. Like, what's the point of having this conversation? But Stefano wants to be done. He's like, yeah, but you know, Snaps was like, and you know, the young prodigal son, the wonder boy, like, why is he picking up Kanan like this? The wonder boy, the genius, this boy ain't no wonder boy. What are you talking about? Why has he got to be a wonder boy? You know what I'm saying? Oh, because he distributed drugs through bikes and yo, Snaps be funny, man. Snaps with his introduction, the incomparable, the wonder boy of all wonder boys of the drug game. Dude, why? Snaps, why are you doing that? Again, I'm really not, I'm being funny, but I'm just like, man, this is crazy. This is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what y'all saying in the chat, man. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. Let me put a chat over. What y'all saying in the chat, man? Because I'm kind of like bugging. Is it me? I mean, are you guys seeing the same thing? Because I'm like, yo, what are we doing with this writing here? Help me understand. And I'm not trying to be negative at all. It's a positive day. The Knicks had a parade. I'm in a positive mood. But when I'm watching this, I'm like, what am I watching? Why are you... the introductions. But he don't want nothing to do with him. I thought Stefano was going to be like, well, you know, I told you, distribution and all that, you guys got to figure it out. And of course, Pops was like, yeah, we'll figure it out, da-da-da-da. And then Snaps was like, I want to introduce you to our next generation. But Stefano don't care about that. And I thought Stefano was going to be like, listen, I just told you, I don't want anything to do with you blackies. Okay? Okay, he didn't say that. But I'm just saying, like, that's the way he was coming across. Like, he didn't want nothing to do with him. as far as any involvement in things, he just wants to get his cut, and he demands it. I demand my cut. Okay. All right, let me see what y'all talk about in the chat. You say, oh Lord, now I'm not as anxious to go watch it. Nah, go watch it. Go watch it. Again, this is just my first reactions. Treese, you know what I mean? I thought Prunella was gone. Nah, she not gone. What's up, Patricia? They were just saying goodbye if they was leaving or gonna, yeah. What up, Steven? I see you. Steven, you give the episode a 7. Well, my rating is 1 through 4. Here's my rating again. If you guys just came through, here's my rating. 1 for fire, 2 for good, 3 for meh, and 4 for not feeling it. So out of this rating right here, let me know your thoughts on that. Because I don't know, do I sound frustrated? Because I'm not frustrated. I'm just like, this last episode seems to be totally different than this one. And it makes me believe that it's a different writer. It might be a different writer. And that's why I'm just like, okay, why this, why that? But let me go back to the chat, see what y'all talking about. Okay. Gemini Donna's in the building. What's good? He says, when a black man have a strong black woman like Unique with Panessa, when she have a gut feeling something ain't listening to her and Unique for now, listen to it. Okay, got it. Right. Just listen to it. All right, he gonna catch a bullet. Okay. You say, yeah, Taz hating ass punk biatch. Maybe Taz told Unique that Bree's plotting to take him out. Okay. Look, maybe because again, after this meeting right here, they start talking about Unique, right? And how Unique is connected to whatever. And they're like, yeah, Stefano had kind of reservations about that, about Unique, because Unique was connected to Phil Russo, right? Okay. We say, oh, what's up? P. Bronson says the episode is a 10. Okay. How Stefano blaming Rock when he's the one plotted with Phil to set up everyone. Okay. And this Oak Ain selling super group not gonna last. I know, man. This is like, to me, it was like the demise of Rock's total operation, right? Because being that Stefano was on some like, you better not do business in Queens, and she's like, I got an idea. Let's go to Manhattan. You know what I'm saying? The city is big enough for everybody. Let me go to a different borough that's not my borough that I don't know nothing about, but I'm gonna go connect with the people that know about it. It was a lot, B. I was just like, this ain't gonna be good for Rock. I don't think it's gonna be good for Rock. Even though Flossy Seagull's on some like, yeah, well, listen, you're a woman, and I might jump in this because you're a woman. And I was like, okay. I mean, nothing wrong with that. You're a woman entrepreneur. Nothing wrong with that. We love that about Rock. But, you know, we'll get to Flossy Seagull in a minute. We say Tony Danza will never be unalive as long as he got that in front. I don't know. B's ready to take out everybody except Kanan. Yeah, I know. They say Kanan looking like, okay. This is the amazing blazing. You know, the way Snaps be introducing is wild funny. This is the amazing blazing. The top dog, top guy, top boy wonder. The dude from That's My Mama. Like the way that he introduces him is just funny to me. I'm sorry. All right, Stefano says he's entering the Greek lane from The Wire. Okay. I wonder who sent the police to Kanan. Me too. The meeting was basically a coalition for everyone to be as a unit. Not gonna last long though. Yeah. I mean, so to me, Gemini Don and everybody, if this is a meeting for everybody to come together, but yet I'm hearing Stefano saying, I don't want nothing to do with, well, I want my peace, but I don't want nothing to do with y'all, okay? I don't want nothing to do with your operation. You're going to have to handle the cops. You're going to have to handle distribution. You're going to have to handle all that. But I want my peace because I run Queens. You know what I'm saying? So I don't see that as like, we're coming together as a unit. He don't want nothing to do with him. He just want the money. So you give it a 2, okay? Give it a 2 for good. Okay. That cop was following jukebox. Yeah, detective. Yeah, you gonna get to that. Wouldn't it be ironic if Stefano may end up in his own? Yes, that would be great though. I would love to see that. I would really love to see that. Okay, 2. You give it a 2. You're gonna find out about her uncle's unalivement by looking at her Aunt Rock's house. Okay, Steve, remember where we at. Remember, we are in 1993. Now, I know we got money, but did we ever see any evidence of like house security at Rock's house as far as cameras? I don't remember seeing that, bro. And this is not to like get at you. I'm just talking to myself. And I'm like, she don't got no ring camera, bro. I don't remember seeing Rock set up any cameras at the crib. If that was the case, she would have known that Kanan was coming to the crib to take her out, right? She would have seen that somehow, some way. All right. So, all right. Rock like, oh, word. I'm gonna go to Manhattan. If Stefano, Flossy definitely connect with Rock. It makes both of them smile. 2 women bosses. Yeah. Yep. Okay, what's up? Let's see this here. Okay, I'm seeing your predictions. Okay, good stuff. Good stuff. I see you over there. Good stuff. All right. Good. All right, let's get back to it. Man. If you just joined me, we are doing first reactions to episode 2 of Raising Kanan, final season 5. Look alive. It's all good. So yeah, we meet what's her name? Jennifer. She look good. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, I gotta be honest. When Rock walked into this strip club, this was like the lamest strip club that I've ever seen on television. Super lame. Like the dancers looked like they didn't even want to be there. It was definitely a front for something else. But Rock was talking to her, got the information about Flossy Seagull. Okay. Okay, thanks. We ain't even seen it. If you gonna give me strip club, let me see something. You ain't even let me see nothing. It was just like, he was all dancing like, I'm just here for the cameras. Oh, you got money for me. She ain't even like walk over sexy to Rock to get the money. Like, it was the lamest strip club I've ever seen, fam. And I'm not even trying to be funny. It's just funny to me because how is this, if this is supposed to be a front for something else, like you washing money through it or something like that, at least have some bad bees up there. These women was just not good, bro. And Rock was looking around like, yo, for real? Like, what is this all about? You know what I'm saying? But she had a conversation. She's like, okay, Flossy Seagull. Okay. I mean, I like the name. Flossy Seagull. Cute. Okay. Moving on. Oh, we'll get back to that. Yeah, we'll get back to that. Big Shirley, man. I feel sorry for Big Shirley, man. I feel sorry for Big Shirley because the fact that Marv is putting stuff, stashing stuff, because that's what Rock said, right? That's the plan. The plan is the club is in Manhattan, where Lou and Shirley had the club, right? And Lou said he ain't want Marv to run any work through there. But now that Lou is gone, Marv is moving work. He's putting work in there with Big Shirley. Big Shirley like, what's going on? What you doing? He like, nothing. I'm like, bro, ain't nothing going on. Like, what are you? What are you, 2? What are you, 3? Like, nah, I ain't doing nothing. But she caught him in the act of bringing product in the place. And Big Shirley get him a drink like, look, I ain't stupid, bro. I know something about something. All right, I know a little bit about a lot. And Marv is doing some like, yeah, well, me and Rock want to buy you out of your bar, buy you out of your deal, give you a good offer. And Shirley's like, yo, so I guess there's no negotiation here. He's like, I'm going to give you a good offer. I feel sorry for Shirley, man, because Shirley had this club for years. I don't know what it's doing now since Lou been gone, but the fact that Marv just kind of swooped in there, they ain't got no work going on in Queens, so this is the only option for them to put the product somewhere in Manhattan so they can come and get the product and work the product through Manhattan. And I thought that was kind of lame, man. I thought that was whack, what they doing to Shirley, man. After everything that Shirley did for Lou and for Marv and for the family. Like, this was a real whack move that they kind of came in, corporate takeover on some like, well, we're going to give you some money and you just going to get out. And I'm going to bring junk in here, some BS in here. And she's like, yeah, it is BS. I ain't stupid, Marv. Come on, Marv. He like, yeah, whatever. I'm gonna give you this and you're going to take it. I was like, that's messed up. How you going to do Shirley like that, man? All right, let's get to it. Oh, this was an interesting conversation. Very interesting conversation. And as we said earlier, bum ass freaking Taz goes and asks Unique, hey, did you know that they was having a meeting with Stefano in the hospital? Of course, Unique is going to be like, yo, what's up with that? Y'all going behind my back? We supposed to be partners. What's up with that? And Unique. And Breeze is on some like, hold on, let me get this out of the way. Breeze is on some like, yo, I don't know what you talk about. You ain't the man no more. You know what I'm saying? You don't run jack. You may have some goons on the block, but you ain't running nothing around here, B. You washed up. I was like, dang. Like, tell it like it is, bro. Tell him how you really feel, bro. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, nah, we still partners, though. We still partners. And Unique is getting the picture like, yeah. They really going behind his back. There's no forgiving of any of that. But for the fact that Breeze is like, yeah, you washed it. You don't got no goons out here. You don't got no wins out here. Like, you already know. You know what it is. But then he backs off like, yeah, but we still partners, though. Unique is hip to the game. He like, nah, I can't trust none of y'all, man. After you do something like that, I can't trust none of y'all. And that's what I'm saying. I may use this as a thumbnail, flip it out. The Great Escape. You know what I'm saying? Unique's bailout. Right? Let me go to y'all, see what y'all got to say about this right here. Okay. Let's see. Talk to me about Unique. What's up? VACAY. What comment you had? I'm going back. I don't see any comments, Pete Bronson. Put it there again. Wait, hold up. Yeah, I only see this one. It didn't come through. Yeah, man. So what do y'all think about Unique, man, in this whole situation? Hold up. I like that compact. I'll keep it like this. But I'm gonna make you like. Yeah, there we go. Unique's bailout. This is the bailout plan. This is the moment I think Unique was like, yo, these mother freakers is really trying to go behind my back. They really trying to shice me on some BS, saying that we partners and all of this and that. You know what I'm saying? And we say, Patricia, he did the right thing. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, like, but I think this was the moment where he was like, oh, these guys are trying to play me. Like, y'all really trying to play me, B. Y'all really playing in my face. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I'm not hip to this. You know what I'm saying? For Breeze to say, yo, you got a couple of goons and all this and that, but you ain't really flexing like that. You ain't really rocking like that. When Breeze said that, I know Unique was like, nah, man, I can't mess with these guys. Cause he's double talking. Breeze was double talking out the side of his mouth. Right? So let's move on. Pino, Rock. This deal goes through. Pino is like, yeah, how we gonna do this behind Stefano's back? And she like, yo, we ain't gonna do nothing behind his back. We gonna be right in his face doing what we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? But he's like, yo, like, whatever plan it is, man, I want a big piece. Like, he's such a greedy guy. But he's like, yo, the police, they only gonna go but so far. So she gonna be running business through Manhattan, but I don't think this is gonna be a good deal for her, man. I don't know. I just got a feeling like it's not gonna work out. It's just not gonna work out for her, man. And I'm gonna feel sorry for her when it doesn't. But does that mean that they're gonna take her out? I don't know. This new connection to Flossy Seagull may be something that might save her, because Flossy Seagull, let's get to her. Let's get to this meeting, but before, hold on. Let me make sure I don't skip over that. Because I'm kind of like flowing with things here. Let me see. We talked about this, we talked about that, we talked about Marv. Oh yeah, let me get to this. Let me get to this right here. Yeah, your boy Unique was like really thinking about everything, but when he rolled up on Kanan, this is when I knew it was like, okay, Unique is reaching for straws at this point. Because now it's like, yo, because Kanan got the bike service, he got the crew back. The crew is up and running. You know what I'm saying? He's like, all right, we back in business. Y'all make it happen. This, that, and the third. We got this. We got a whole lot. We in a better position now. I'm working with Breeze. Let's make it happen. But when he met up with Kanan, came through, was like, yo, man, they going to scam on you. They going to try to trick on you, man. We need to do business with each other. Forget these guys. And Kanan on some like, man, that ain't happening, bruh. Like, you reaching for straws, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't got nothing. He told Unique, yo, you don't got nothing. You don't got no legs to stand on at this point. And it was like, I don't know. I think Unique was kind of getting it at that point, but not really until he had a conversation with Akbar, which was a good conversation because Akbar, with his old man wisdom, OG wisdom, kind of gave it to him straight. We'll get to that. But when when Unique was like, yo, who took out your uncle? Because if it was my fam, I'll be asking questions, but you ain't asking no questions. Maybe it was Rock. Maybe it was Marv, you know, sibling rivalry, whatever. But he's like, maybe it was you. Maybe you took him out. And you know, Kanan's like, yo, why I gotta ask questions about something I can't change? I was like, oh, that was a dead giveaway right there. Why am I asking questions on something I can't change? Unique, I don't know if you ain't, I got it right away. When he said that, it's like, yo, why am I going to ask questions? But Unique is also like, yeah, you know, family, can't live with them, can't live without them, right? Okay. I'm going to ask you guys a question, because the conversation between Breeze and Taz was interesting, right? Because after Unique went to Breeze was like, yo, why you tell Unique that we had the meeting? Nobody else knew about it except for you, and nobody in that room was going to talk. He's like, well, I thought he should know because he's supposed to be a partner, right? But then Breeze said, yo, you know what? Don't even worry about it. That's the least of your problems. What did Breeze mean by that's the least of your problems? Is he going to cause more problems for Taz? What was he talking about? That's the least of your problems right now. What is Breeze about to do to Taz? Do you guys have an idea? Let me know. Let me know. Okay. Let's keep it moving. Put it in the chat, fam. If you just joined me, we are doing first reactions to episode 2 of Raising Kanan, fam. Episode 2 of Raising Kanan. Many men. Many men. For an episode called Many Men, there were not a lot of men that were taken out. To me, I don't know. You guys let me know. I want to give a shout out to the Heights. This is the Heights family. Right here is the George Washington Bridge. That's what it looked like to me. But this looked like the Heights in Upper Manhattan. That's what it looks like to me, because I've seen this view before. And that looks like the GW Bridge, the George Washington Bridge. What are they doing? Well, you know what? it makes sense. It does make sense that they are there in Upper Manhattan at the Heights, right? If you ever seen that movie, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my Dominican peoples over there. My family, my familia over in the Heights. But if you've ever, if you know about this, the George Washington Bridge connects Manhattan to New Jersey. Right there, over there, that's Edgewater, New Jersey. Right across this George Washington Bridge, I've traveled it many times. It's Edgewater, New Jersey. You know Akbar's from New Jersey. So they have a conversation. And Akbar, man, he giving some wisdom, man. He dropping knowledge on him. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, man, I think I'm going to go back to New Jersey, man. You know what I mean? Because it's getting a little bit too hot. I mean, it's obvious that Unique told him, yo, they had a meeting without me, blah, 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 blah. He's like, yo, this is getting too crazy. Phil Russo got popped, da, da, da. Let me get up out of here. Like, his association and connection to Unique through Phil Russo pretty much is dead because Phil Russo's out of here. And he don't want to be out of here too. Like, he could be next, which we know he was. But that wasn't because of Unique, and that wasn't because of Phil Russo. That was because of something else. That actually was because of Unique. When you really look at it, it was because of Unique. But he was like, yo, I think you should come with me to New Jersey, bro. Like, I think you need to get away. He was like, I don't run from nothing. And Akbar, with his infinite OG wisdom, says, man, maybe you ain't running from nothing. Maybe you running to something. Maybe you running to something. With his New Jersey knowledge, he was making sense. And you know, Unique is on some like, you know what, you probably right, man. Do you think this was the moment he was like, all right, I need to get up out of here? Do you think this was the very moment? Because Akbar was spitting it, man. Maybe, because he did look like he got it. He was like, yeah, Akbar, you might be saying something that I need to be doing. You know what I'm saying? I love this view. If you ever seen the sunset over Edgewater, I love sunsets, fam. You know what I'm saying? Blue skies, blue and orange skies. That's the Knicks. The sunset from Manhattan looking over to Edgewater, New Jersey, George Washington Bridge is the best sunset in New York City. The best in New York City. Okay. So do you think that Unique got it, man? Again, this is the Unique episode, right? This is the Unique episode. Let me go to y'all, see what y'all saying. Let me go to y'all, see what y'all saying. I see y'all in the chat. Let me pull the chat up, see what y'all talking about. Okay, fam. Okay, fam. Hit the like button, fam. Appreciate it. What's up? What's up? Stay fly. 68. Unique already knew they were circling the wagon. Yep. Smart man. Yep. Patricia said yes. Yeah, he's going to torture Tax. Okay. He's going to torture Taz. Okay. Torture Taz. Okay. That's what he's going to do. Got it. That was the idea. Okay. Patricia says he might unalive him. Okay. Taz, we talking about Taz doing that. Gave Unique the heads up. Yeah, he did. Definitely did. Not might, he will. Yeah, he will do it. Okay. Stay Fly says, Breeze should let Kanan unalive Taz since Taz is so obsessed with him. Yeah. And I think that's going to happen. If y'all seen the trailer, I've been talking about this for a minute. If y'all seen the trailer when there was somebody on the ground, Breeze gave Kanan the hammer and he said, you know what to do with this. And then turn around, Kanan got the strap and he points it down and he pops whoever it is. It's probably Taz. I'm thinking it's probably Taz. Or maybe somebody else. Who knows? We'll see. We'll find out. Okay. What do you say? Breeze should let Kanan. Okay, you said that. So Taz will be taken out by who? Oh, Kanan. Got it. You're doing a lot. You're doing a lot with that. Because you don't be off. Okay. What up? It says, called Many Men Wish Death Upon Me. Various people wanted Unique dead. Okay, cool. I like that. Taz gave Unique the heads up about, yep. And he says, yes, we NJ got knowledge. Okay, New Jersey. I got you. No doubt. You know, I got family in New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Y'all my peoples. Y'all my cousins. Cousins out there in New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? I got love for my people. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the Brick City. Shout out to Newark. Shout out to, East Orange. Shout out to Patterson. Shout out to, all the other, all the other spots in New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? I got people out there. But yeah, fam, this Thank you for that. Many men wish death upon Unique. Exactly. So that's why it's called Many Men. Got it. It wasn't about many men dying, but yes, they was about to take him out. If he kept that ego thing, because he got 3 indications, 3 signals, right? Outside of all the noise, she got 3 signals. One from Panessa. He actually got 4. One from Panessa. 2, the second one from his son, not really talking to him, right? And then running out, giving him a hug, like, yo, we need you. We want you here, bro. Like, what are you doing, Pops? Don't go, right? Then he got the heads up from Taz and finding out from Taz, man, like, it's probably like 5. They're rolling up in the spot, talking to Breeze, and Breeze really just calling them out, like, yo, you ain't really got 2 legs to stand on, son. Like, you talking all this trash, you know what I'm saying, like we partners or whatever, but you ain't need to be at the meeting. You ain't miss nothing. Meaning, like, you ain't as important enough as you think you really are, that you need to be at this meeting. But we still partners. And then here, Akbar, bro, you need to come with me. You ain't running away from something. You running to something. All right. We say, Patricia, do you think Unique might come back to town? I don't know. He may need to come back and go to Manhattan, because they in Manhattan right now. He might need to go to Manhattan to save Rock again. But I don't know, man. They went across that bridge. It might be the same bridge. She might have crossed that GW bridge. That's the George Washington Bridge. Now, I'm going to go to the end. Look at that bridge right here. Look how it's shaped. Look at the design. Look at all of that. We're going to look at the last shot of the bridge. If it's the same bridge, then he is leaving. He's going from Queens to Manhattan to the George Washington Bridge over to New Jersey. They just left out. They just bounced out. Okay? This dude is the devil, man. Garcia, you the devil. Your time is coming, bro. And it almost came. You know what I'm saying? Because we talked about it already, man. How he went up in there, tried to scare Aisha's parents and show pictures of freaking Lou, man. I was mad that he did that. I was kind of pissed off that he went ahead and just showed pictures of Lou like that. I was like, how you going to do that and scare these people, man? Just because she ain't giving up no information. Just because Juke ain't cooperating with you, you gonna do that to the fam like that? That is messed up, bro. Garcia, you trash, bro. Straight trash shoulder. You a basura. Garcia, I'm speaking Spanish to you. You basura. You garbage juice. Terrible that they did that, man. Gonna show Lou like that. You know what I'm saying? Lou was in 2 episodes. Last episode and this one. Here he is again. You know what I'm saying? Doing a great acting job, acting like he's unalive. But this was terrible, man. Terrible to do that and then put it on Juke like that. Aisha upset as hell. And unfortunately, Juke was like, she went to Juke, told her, and was on some like, yo, nah, you not good for me because your parents said you shouldn't be with me, and they right. I was like, dang, Juke, why you doing that to her, man? That's not cool, Juke. Come on, Juke. Why you gonna do that to the girl? She love you. The girl like you. She love you. She wanna be with you. But nah, you gonna act like that, man. That's kind of messed up. What y'all think? You think Juke acting like that and saying, yeah, nah, you know, you need to listen to your parents and you shouldn't be with me, just broke her little heart. That's messed up, man. What y'all think, man? Juke, she cold-blooded, man. But that's her character, right? That's her character. All right, let's get to this right here. Man, I was kind of laughing at this scene because your man came off like the Black Terminator. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Your man's Marvin came off as the Black Terminator, right? Akbar talking to his people. At the nerve to be talking about New York people, but your man is wearing a Yankee fitted. Come on, man. The contradiction. Yo, these New York people, man, they always want what they don't have and da-da-da-da-da. Trying to spit knowledge over here. Yeah, you know, with me, man, at least I'm gonna die and I'm not reaching for something that I know I can't have, that I know it ain't going, I'm never gonna have it. You know what I'm saying? And your man over there co-signing what you're saying with a Yankee fitted on. The violation. Violation. That's why, you know what, when Marv came through on some Terminator, like, look, man, tell me where Unique is, or you know what, when you, I'm not gonna let you finish that drink. Whatever he said, man. On some Terminator, came up in there, bum bum bum. I'm gonna be honest, it was kind of funny. You know what I'm saying? Where's Unique at? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you finish your drink. And he was like, nerve of this guy say he gonna let me finish my drink. This big boy. Now, Akbar, I gotta talk to you, bro. And this is no disrespect. This is not body shaming. This is none of that, fam, because I used to be a big boy. Not as big as this, but I used to be a bigger man. Okay? But how your big ass think that you are faster than a speeding bullet? That you gonna take this strap and be able to turn around as fast to Pop Marvin? You brave. But you ain't that smart. See, right here, he's not that smart. Because he the only one, if you look at this picture, he the only one turning around with the strap. There's nobody else in the vicinity of him taking out the strap. I guess this is the moment where they supposed to be like, all right, well, he got the strap, let me get my strap. But how your big body, big bone, wannabe Biggie Smalls from New Jersey ass gonna turn around fast enough and think that Marv ain't gonna pop you, bro? How? Sway, how? No disrespect. I'm a big guy myself, okay? I'm not as big as this, but you know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my big people. This is not body shaming. This is just a question, bruh. Come on, bruh. You can't even get your stomach past the bar fast enough. How? How, Sway? Man, talk to me, fam. Just talk to me, man, because, again, I'm not trying to disrespect the man, but the man did this. I'm still mad about the Yankee fitted you talk about New York folks. Get your ass out of here, man. Get up out of here with that. Talking trash about New York and your man co-signing like, yeah. And he wearing a New York Yankee fitted. Anyway, family, I'm not being mean. I'm just giving you my first reaction. Give me your first reaction. Let me see. All right. Let me see. What do you say? She wants Aisha gone because she's going to get that detective. Yeah. Got it. Juke hard 1 minute. Detective with Marvin the next minute. Laughing my butt off. She gotta pick a side. Look, Juke is not a monolith. She's just not one thing, bro. Okay, she could be multiple things. All right, you can't put Juke in a box. She don't gotta pick. She could be a detective. She could be hard, and you know what I'm saying, and all of that. Okay, she's not a monolith. Don't put Juke in a box. All right, he says she doesn't want anything blowing back on Aisha. She's protecting Aisha. At this point, whatever she does to Garcia is going to blow back on Aisha anyway. You know what I'm saying? If you really think about it, it's going to blow back on her anyway because we've already had the meeting. It's already registered by Garcia that he met up with this family, Aisha and her family. So now something bad happens to him, which we know is going to happen. The first people that they're kind of going to go to is most likely the last people that he was meeting with, which was Aisha and the family, right? Does that make sense? I'm just throwing it out there. I think that was Juke's way of protecting it, yeah. Marvin John Wick. I know, man. That was funny. It was funny. What'd you say? Rock and Kanan got Marvin taking out people for nothing. Yeah. And going after Unique for nothing. Yeah. But y'all still ain't answered my question about Big Body Bone Akbar here. What made him think that this was a good plan? It wasn't. And because you're talking trash about New York, I'm kind of glad you're going, B. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of glad you out of here, B. You know what I'm saying? Because, you making it sound like we delusional mother freakers be going after stuff. And they're going after stuff that they can't have. Shut your ass. You done, son. You needed to be out of here, B. I'm not being negative. I'm just giving you my first reactions, fam. I'm just giving you my first reactions. Let me know your thoughts, fam. And we about to wrap this thing up, man. But honestly, again, I'm not trying to spoil it. If you just came through, hit the like button, go watch it, and then come back. Akbar, you out of here. But obviously, Akbar did tell him. He was on his last leg anyway. Akbar did go ahead and snitch on your man Unique. How do we know this? Because Marv showed up at the house where Panessa and Jerome was. This man wasn't no good. He was like, oh, I'm going to be unalive anyway. Might as well tell this guy who just popped me where Unique is. You can't trust nobody, man. You can't trust nobody, man. All right, let's wrap this thing up, okay? So yeah, Kanan and Breeze go in the house looking for Unique to take out Unique. Right? He ain't there. And Marv goes in the house. He goes up to, the house in the woods, whoever it was, because he got the address. He got the Addy, right? And Unique ain't there. So both Kanan, Breeze, and Marv coming up empty because Unique and the fam are gone. Nobody's there. Well, here we are as we wrap this thing up, fam. Again, first reactions. And then I got the clips from the next episode. I got some pics from the next episode. Stick around for that. And I'm going to give you a rating after we wrap this thing up. But here we are. And again, like I said, I'm going to bring up the pic of the bridge, okay, that he's going over. Is it the George Washington Bridge that I was talking about? All right, because your man's Unique is in the car with Panessa, and they out of here. They driving out of here. Jerome is in the back. They holding hands, like he chose to get up out of here. And this is the bridge. What's the other picture? Wait, I got the other one. Hold on. Cause I want to see the bridge. Now that I think about it, I want to see the bridge where, did I get rid of it? Dang. Get rid of it? No, it's right there. It's right over here. Okay. I want to get the pic of the bridge. Because if it's the same bridge, that means that he went to New Jersey. And he probably went to wherever Akbar said he was about to lay up, Let me see here. Is this it? I think this may be it. This might be it. Is this the bridge? Yep. No, it's not the same bridge. Okay. It was some regular old, it actually looks like the Bear Mountain Bridge, which goes over into Rockland County. Yeah. So that's another bridge. So it's just a random bridge. But Unique is out of here, man. Good for Unique. He's gone. He escaped. He's like, it's time for me to go, fam. I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm out of here, B. All right, so let me judge this. Let me rate this real quick for y'all, and then we're going to get up out of here. I know it's late for y'all. Thank you for rocking with your boy. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button if you're here for the very first time, second time, third time. It's your man, VACAY-J. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. So if you haven't rated it, go ahead and rate it on a scale of 1 to 4. My rating is 1 for fire, 2 for good, 3 for mad, and 4 for not feeling it. I gotta be honest with y'all, like I always am. I'm always honest with y'all. And I gotta give this in between a meh and good. So what is that? 2.5? Because to me, there was some spots that I was like, I felt like they were dragging it, and I felt like they was wasting time. Even though it has some meaning to it, it was just like, so what? Why are you giving this to us? Okay, cool. Like, how is this like some good relevant information? So I'm going in between good and meh. So it's like a 2.5. You know, not that close to meh, but kind of halfway to meh. You know what I mean? That's just me though. That's just me. Y'all chime in below. Let me know your rating. P. Bronson says, just let Unique figure out what happened to Lou because Detective Garcia messing with her. No, don't mess with New York. That's right. He says, I think Ghost and Tommy show up before the season ends. Yeah, I hope so. What are you talking about, man? Y'all funny. Yep. So I got the clips. I got the picks for the next episode really quick. And we might do, a couple of predictions. You know what I'm saying? We're going to see what's going on here. But I got the clips from the next episode of Raising Kanan. What do y'all think so far? Like I said, I give it a 2.5 to man. But let's go here real quick. Let me get to these picks. And then we're going to get up out of here, fam. I appreciate y'all. All right. Where do we start? We start right here. I'm going to pull these up. And let me see. Oh, okay. Pull up these picks real quick. And then we out of here, fam. Unique's Great Escape. What should I call it? Give me a title for this. Unique's Great Escape. Unique's Bailout Plan. Okay, we got some new characters. This is going to be the woman that comes from Flossy Seagull. We seeing Flossy Seagull, we seeing Rock, and we seeing Marv. They up in the spot, man, at the club. They took over the club. Poor Shirley, she's out of here. Your man is talking to Kanan about how, like it's gonna be messy if we go after Rock. And we saw this before. Kanan was like, yo, do what you gotta do. I don't care. Right? That is a very dark picture of Rock. We saw that already. Let me get rid of that. We got this here. Oh, this is when Juke approaches Garcia. He's like, yo, I'm gonna need you to back off me and my family. He's like, yo, what are you doing here? Like, you ain't know that I knew where you live, you punk motherfrigger? I will come get you, son. Okay. So then we got your man Marv. And this is where, I think this is going to be the episode where Marv is going to beat Kanan's A. Because this is where Kanan is offering him a job. So I think that's going to happen in the next episode. I'm looking forward to that. Because a lot of us want to see Marv beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? We want to see this. I definitely want to see it. I definitely want to see Marv do that. And then we got these two right here. What's this? Okay, that was a quick shot. Somebody getting their ass beat. Breeze is doing some menacing stuff. Because he crazy. We found out Breeze is crazy, man. He's not as polished as I thought he would be. Like, based on who Ghost was, I don't know. It just made me think that Breeze would be more polished. But he's a maniac. We see Kanan popping off. This is the same room. Same room. And Kanan pops off. That's probably a Tash. He's like, yo, it's me and you now. So it's probably after they pop Tash. So yeah, that's pretty much most of the picks, man. I think it's just more of them coming together, take over Queens. If he's saying it's just me and you now, did they take our snaps and pop too? We're gonna find out in the next episode, fam. And I appreciate all of y'all for coming through. Thank you for rocking with your boy. Hey man, look out for, my first reactions for the Shy, which will be probably tomorrow morning. So look out for that. Tomorrow afternoon for y'all. Look out for that. And yeah, man, this was I'll say it's an okay episode. All right, it wasn't fire, and it wasn't that good, and it wasn't that bad. It was more. I'm not even gonna say it was a filler episode because we got somebody getting popped. We got Akbar getting popped. We got Phil Russo finally got popped. We got most of Akbar's people getting popped, and your man Unique escaped. So we gonna see what happened, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, man. Look, hit that notification bell. More stuff on the way. All right, fam. Appreciate y'all. And I'll see you next time on the next live event. Your man VACAY-J. Salute.